guys, today we're going to show you how to make DIY acrylic stands. I'm Kyoko.
And I'm Zafira.
Okay, so it took us quite a few tries, but we finally figured out the perfect process of making these acrylic stands.
So let's get right into it.
First up, we printed our pictures on printable overhead projector foil. This way we don't have to seal the paper before putting it into the resin. We used the Psychopath collaboration artworks that we totally fell in love with. Afterwards, we painted the backside of the printable foil with white acrylics to make the characters more opaque. Now we cut the images with some nail scissors. While cutting, some of the acrylic paint scratched off, so we fixed the holes with white acrylic paint again. On some edges, the white paint bled onto the images, so we used a black fine liner to cover the white areas at the front. Now we traced the rough shape of the image onto another sheet of overhead projector foil. We used these guidelines to create a mold for our acrylic stands with 3 to 4 layers of hot glue. Don't forget to leave a little square at the bottom which will go into the base later on. To make sure that the resin won't stick to the mold, we used Vaseline on the edges and cleaned the rest of the mold with Q-tips. Now you have to mix the resin following the instructions of your specific resin. Make sure to wear a mask for this step. After mixing, you can pour a layer of resin into the mold. To remove some of the bubbles, we simply used a lighter. It is time to place our image into the mold now. We used toothpicks to position it perfectly and added another layer of resin. Make sure that everything is covered and then use a lighter again to remove the bubbles. The resin needs to harden now, and it is recommended to cover the resin from dust. After about 12 hours, we removed the acrylic stands from the mold with gloves to prevent leaving fingerprints in the resin. The resin is quite flexible now, so it is the perfect time to cut the excess plastic at the edges with a pair of scissors. Let your acrylic stands fully harden on a flat surface after cutting them. Next up, we sanded the edges. For this step, it is important to wear a mask again. The acrylic stands themselves are ready now, but we still need to make some bases to display them properly. We used this SD card case as a pattern and traced it on the overhead projector foil. The next steps are the same as before. Create a mold with hot glue, use Vaseline, mix the resin and fill the molds. Now we use glasses and cardboard boxes to place the acrylic stands into the bases. Make sure that all the acrylic stands are standing straight up and let the resin harden completely. When the resin is ready, remove the molds. The last step is sanding the edges of the bases.
Okay guys, so these are our final acrylic stands, and I have to say, I'm very happy with how they turned out. I mean, they're not perfect, they still have quite a few bubbles in it and bubbles on the back, and in the light you can see the texture of the acrylic paint, but I think it's the way to go. With a little bit of tweaking, you will get really good results that will make great acrylic stands.
If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel for more DIY and figure related content, and leave us a comment which character would you do an acrylic stand of. This is the end of the video, and see you next time.
Bye!